I spent the first 20 years of my ministry in way too much bondage and pain, totally unnecessary. As I look back, I've spent the last 40 years of my ministry basically being totally free. And yet I see so many who spend an entire lifetime in a greater or lesser degree of bondage that is totally unnecessary. And I believe that I've been able to discover how we can be set free. I know the Bible says that you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free, but it also says, hold to these teachings of mine. And so we have to figure out what those teachings are. And I've seen so many people who have had all the talent in the world. I mean, great personalities, tremendous education, and everything that you would think would make them a success, only to sabotage it all and be defeated and give up whatever their calling was. Well, that's totally unnecessary if we can understand what it really takes to become the kind of leader that can be stable and consistent, productive, and enjoy the process. But unfortunately, so many are functioning from a position of fear, lack of confidence, bondage that keeps them forever in a certain degree of imprisonment when they could be set free. And people who are functioning from that position often try to compensate by control and dictatorial approach that creates a cultish culture that causes a lot of toxicity and all kinds of counterproductive things that hinder effectiveness. Oftentimes they have a lack of self-respect. And when people don't respect themselves, they tend not to respect others. They put others down to build themselves up. And oftentimes they lack in self-esteem, and that comes out in very negative ways. Oftentimes they do not see things as they really truly are, because they see things as they are, and that distorts their perspective. Oftentimes they can take the complicated and make it even more complicated, whereas somebody who is secure and confident and is not being driven by fear and bondage, they can take the complicated and make it simple rather than taking the simple and make it complicated. I've often said people who are fearful and insecure and lacking in confidence, they go through life like if you were in Boston and you were trying to get around Boston with a map of Toronto. Can you imagine, if you think about it, the frustration that there would be in that? And yet so many people are experiencing the same frustration in trying to be an effective leader. And so what we're going to discuss another time is, what is the answer to all of that? How do we come out of that? How can we be set free so that we're not functioning from a position of fear and bondage and weakness, but we're functioning from a position of strength, confidence, and freedom, so that we can get things done that need to be done the way they could be done and should be done.